Also undergoing a big transition is Irmo High School, and as I told Mr. Dave Regal, our principal there, as he is now beginning his second year there, I said to him a few days ago he can no longer use the rookie mistake excuse because he's into his second year, but he's certainly been a real hero and a real champion for providing leadership to his team as they work through the myriad of issues that have gone on with bringing improvements to the campus. And one of my very able cohorts here just pointed out that going back to Chapin High, which is very important to note for the record, that during this whole process of renovation, we have lost 0 days of instruction during the process. And I'm confident that's also also true at Irmo. You haven't lost any days that I'm aware of.
And we don't plan to.
So, Mr. Regal, tell us what's going on your campus.
Sure, I'd be glad to. Well, first of all, just want you to know that one of my favorite things to do at work right now, and just especially in the summer here, every day when I get to work, I love to, and I've been on vacation, so this was the second thing. The first thing I do is I get my coffee, and then I go out and I just walk the construction areas. And especially when you've been gone for a few days, you come out and you see what's been done, and you see every day that you're just a little bit closer to the vision that you guys had for those facilities, and it really is overwhelming. You know, I'm humbled by it. I'm really grateful for the opportunity to be in this school, but I'm also grateful to all of you for your leadership in creating what I think is going to be really a remarkable educational facility when it's done, and really a state-of-the-art facility. So I know the students don't say thank you a lot. Teenagers don't do that. Mine don't. But I will speak for them and say thank you for the opportunities that they're going to enjoy there. Obviously, if you drive down St. Andrews Road right now, it doesn't look that great. And I know there's been a lot of conversation and concern about, the front of the building and that sort of thing. I'm cautiously optimistic that we'll get done what we absolutely need to get done. At the same time, the point about not missing days of instruction is well taken, because we don't plan to. And if for some reason something's not done that needs to get done, my job is to make sure that there are contingencies in place. And, Dr. Ross and I were just talking about this today. Our job is to plan for the what-ifs. And again, I don't expect that, but if it does, we'll adjust, and we'll make those adjustments so that our students, can start the school year off as seamlessly as possible. I know that there's some concern about the front of the building. I will tell you that, the area in front of the east wing, or the main building, is, a lot of what's happening right there now is, and by the way, I talk to Lyle Miller every day. I get updates from him. Even while I was on vacation, I called him several times to kind of, just stay in touch. And I think he's doing a great job. I think he's keeping that work on schedule to the absolute best of his ability. But he and I talk every day, and there is a lot of work under the surface there at the front, and that's why it's just been dug up for a long time. There are some infrastructure issues that have to be taken care of, and then once the paving begins, I think that work will happen pretty quickly. That work, if for some reason is not done, I don't expect that to affect instruction at all. We already have a plan in place. If there's a contingency plan for the main entrance, we have that ready to go, and I think we'll be okay there. The biggest concern that I have is the connector between East and West Wing. That really needs to be ready to go August 19th. Again, if it's not, we'll work around it, but that's the part that I'm concerned about the most. One of the best features of this, educationally, it's a tremendous facility, but it also improves our building security tremendously. One of the best features of this design is the corridor that connects the east wing and the west wing. Our students will not be walking on a sidewalk in front of the building ever again. And I just think that will help me to sleep better at night. I mean, I don't like having students, exposed to that street when they're walking back and forth. And so that connector, besides being beautiful, because aesthetically it's going to be beautiful, it also will be a tremendous security feature. You really now, just within the last couple weeks, you can walk in that corridor and you can see aesthetically what it's going to look like. If you haven't been by there over the last couple of days, the glass is starting to come up in the front of it. I can stand in it now and sort of see the space. My staff and I have been planning on an art gallery there towards the front. We've had our fingers crossed. We hope there's enough room for that. And we can now pretty clearly see that there is enough room for that, and that it's just going to be a magnificent, beautiful space. And again, I love walking in every day and get a little bit closer to the vision that you all had. Let's see, we're making really steady progress towards having a school building that our students, parents, and staff can be proud of, and there's already a lot that we can be proud of. Last year, we eliminated about 20 portable classrooms, which not only instantly improved our campus curb appeal, but it also had a significant positive impact on the student learning environment. We don't have, like Dr. Hefner said, a village of portables anymore. Our field house, which I know that all of you have seen, it's absolutely state-of-the-art, and it's beautiful. And you talk about recruiting. When we were interviewing football coaches and athletic director to walk them down to that facility, I mean, who would not want to coach in that facility? It's absolutely phenomenal. We have several classrooms that have been renovated and several more that will come online here in the fall as soon as the current round of construction is done. The JROTC area was improved. I have to believe it's one of the best ROTC spaces out there. I mean, I haven't seen them all, but I can't imagine one better than what we have. The dance, chorus, and band spaces are outstanding. We've had a lot of landscaping and hardscaping improvements, especially in the stadium area, which is totally transformed the entrance of the football stadium. And that's a stadium. It's not just football. We have other sports there too besides football. And of course, the Adult Education Center we have a brand new Adult Education Center now, and they have more classrooms, more office space, and it's a great environment for them, and they sort of have their own campus now. Your vision has transformed an outdated school building and campus into what will be very soon a showcase for our community, and the structural design that you selected provides facilities needed to expand and enhance learning and to create innovative new programs that we're excited to work on. Our Performing Arts Center will be the centerpiece for our International School for the Arts. By the way, we're calling that the Center for the Arts, so you need to get used to saying that. It's the Center for the Arts, okay? I've been inside the Center for the Arts as recently as today. As I said earlier, the stage is very large. In fact, there are lots of parts that people can't see from the road that are pretty close to completion, and one of them is the stage. And the stage is really expansive. As you know, it's very high. The fly space is enormous. They're actually putting the weights and pulleys in right now. Today they were doing some of the final welding on that. So there are a lot of spaces that are getting really close to being done. They're just not visible from the road. The part closest to the road is probably what will be done last. When the project's completed, we will not only have a fantastic Center for the Arts, we will have a school building complex that's connected and integrated, making it safer and more secure. Students not needing to go outside to move between the wings, more renovated classrooms, a beautiful, inviting school entrance. I'm really proud to be part of this process. Our students are going to benefit tremendously. Our teachers will, be able to perform their craft even more effectively. And like I said, it's an honor and privilege to go to work every day and see the vision that you all put together being executed. So thank you very much.
Well, thank you, Mr. Riegel. We appreciate your leadership during this major year of construction and in the months ahead. And we know that you'll bring it to a great conclusion, and that you will see to it that we have programs now on the inside of the building that match the exterior of the building. Before, we always said we had great programs on the inside. It didn't always look so great on the outside. Well, now it's going to be great on both the outside and the inside. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sure.
I just wanted to thank both Dr. Ross and Mr. Regal for putting up with all of this and making it work. And I know that both of you have really given valuable insight as this has progressed, you know, with suggestions on how the design could be made even better to help with the academics and the learning and the arts and athletic facilities. So that is just invaluable. And just on behalf of the board, I just want to thank you for your hard work. This has really been doing double duty. And I want to thank Dr. Hefner for his vision for Dutch Fork and for Irmo High School. As I hear Mr. Regal talk about the Center for Arts, and I drive by Irmo High School now as much as possible. I used to not. I used to take the interstate, but I'll get off and exit early just so I can go by it. That I really appreciate what you did in making sure that all of our high schools had something very special and something that each can be very proud of. And I think that's exactly what has happened. And, you know, I think that all the board members feel very excited. And several of us were talking last week, and we were talking about how wonderful Irmo High School, and you just mentioned Mr. Regal saying, I don't think it looks so good. Well, you should have heard the board members. Have you seen Irmo High School? So, and Mr. Ross, that arena, Dr. Ross, you are so right. When that is unveiled, that is just unbelievable. So, but many thanks to both of you and for Dr. Hefner for your vision.
Thank you. Much appreciation to our board because it was your courageous leadership and actions that have made it possible for us to improve our physical plant. And I thank you for that very much, and very grateful for the folks there that are overseeing it and doing such a wonderful job with it. At this time, we'll go to our Office of Design and Construction monthly update. And Mr. McAllister, our Director of Design and Construction, and Chris Whitley, who represents our construction management firm.